All right, what's up, everybody? Unfortunately, the game is down for maintenance. Oh, I can't believe I made this mistake again. I should have started streaming before maintenance, but hopefully it's not an extended maintenance tonight. I don't actually know how long the game's gonna be down for, so we're just gonna chill for a little bit and hope the game comes up so we can get a little bit of action in tonight, man. Let me go ahead and get a tweet out still. Um, Dearest stretch Marvel champions. What do we even say today, man? I don't even know. Game down for maintenance? No. I don't know. Welp. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Let me say this. You down for a little maintenance and chill? Let's just do that. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Tweet. All right. What's up, everyone? Yeah, hopefully the servers come up soon, because otherwise, man, we got nothing to do, man. Static, both Static and Jared Vincent sending over $1. Thank you, guys. Appreciate both. Christian Garcia also sent over 2, but Static and Jared, they were just a little bit faster. And by the laws of the slap, 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 I declare that they are the ones that get slapped. But yeah, thank you both very much. Static, no message. What about you, Jared? How's it going tonight, BG? What's up, dude? It's going all right, other than the fact that the game's down. I didn't even realize there was maintenance today. I recorded an entire video, got it edited, rendered it out, all that stuff for Angela. Angela was the next champion I wanted to make a video about, so I was working on that all day. Didn't even really get a chance to play on the actual servers themselves. And then by the time I'm like, all right, cool, let's actually hop in game. You know, my energy has been capped for a while. Let's do this. And then yeah, it turns out the game is down for maintenance. Like I just tried to log in and the game went down like in that instant. Christian, no message from you, but thank you very much for the 2. Definitely appreciate that. Jay Metz also sent over 2 saying, my wife is amazed at your consistent lateness. Hey, you gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent. Jay, thank you very much for the 2, man. Donut Cop also sent it over 2 saying, you know, you didn't have this problem when you streamed at your normal time. I know, Donut Cop. If I realized there was gonna be maintenance tonight, I wanted to stream early, but I just didn't realize it. Didn't realize it till it was too late. Does anyone know if it said it was gonna be an extended maintenance tonight or what? Because I actually don't know, and I'm really hoping that it's just like a, you know, a what's it called? Just a 2-hour maintenance. Static sending over another 5. Static, thank you, dude. Saying, BG, let the record show 2 days ago, I said I was excited about Hela's synergy with Odin. Did you see her damage? Better than Ghost. Her damage is nutty. I still feel like it's impractical to play Hela in most situations. They said up to 3 hours? Oh, no. Oh, what's up, Chunky B? 3 hours? No, guys. That's the kiss of death for the stream. Ugh. Let's hope it ends early. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna hang out for a bit at least. Maybe we'll cut the stream. But there's kind of some stuff to talk about tonight. So yeah, Hela was one thing for sure. Hela's damage is bonkers. Without a doubt, her damage is like off the charts. Her damage kind of already was off the charts to begin with, but of course this just takes it to another level. The issue I have with Hela is it still doesn't increase her practicalness, I guess, in too many situations. You can do like a speed clear of like Labyrinth of Legends with her or something. Obviously, she's capable of taking down Abyss fights as well. Could you realistically bring her into the Abyss over some other champions? Maybe. Like, can that replace Aegon teams? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. In other areas of the game, I would say she's not really practical over some of the standards for like Act 7. I don't think we're going to be seeing too many people use Hela in Act 7, but it is really cool like that she is able to pump out that kind of damage for sure. You should hear me out. Quick has God tier potential. Bucket of Fire, you're the first person that's ever said this. No one has ever said that Quake is good. I'll have to check it out. Of course. Quake has always been insane. But anyway, the other things with Odin, the ghost thing that I pointed out, and then I recorded a really long session with Angela that is going to go up tomorrow morning. It's already fully rendered out and everything. Hopefully you guys will check that out and enjoy it. Because yeah, man, Angela, she has a nice little synergy with Odin as well. So Mike Chan sending over a buck as well, saying, I'm loving this 4K footage of your premium bald cap line. Thanks, man. It's still not even 4K though. This is still the 1080p. Just wait till I do make it 4K, dude. Nobody would be able to watch it because it would take too much data. But yeah, thank you, dude. Rip934 sending over 5, saying finally finished 100% 6.2 today. Nice, dude. I know yesterday you were saying you were real close. Got a first time dupe of 6-star Venom the Duck, so obviously I think it's a perfect time for a Venom the Duck fact. Aha. A Venom the Duck fact. Okay. Did you know you guys know how in like Act 4 there was like individual champion nodes where one of them I think was just like OG Spidey. I think there was an OG Spidey, a Colossus. Were there any others? I don't know. They had individual actual gates. Gates is what I meant to say, not nodes. So did you know there was originally supposed to be a Venom the Duck gate in Act 6? It was going to be in each of the quests in 6.2. They ended up pulling it because Kabam just figured, well, Venom the Duck is so OP, people are going to have him on the team anyway, so why even bother putting a gate for it? So yeah. But he was actually going to have his very own gates. So yeah. Rip, congrats on making it through though, dude. That is still one of the toughest, most difficult quests in the entire game. Mr. Donley Wiggles sending over a buck saying, can you show us your twerking skills? Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 sec. And have you ever got asked that all the time? Yeah, I show it off on a nightly basis, of course. Yeah. P.S. You should have picked Claire. Oh my goodness, really? You're watching the twerking skills right now, though. They're like with my head or something. I don't know. Can you guys imagine if I actually did get up right now? The mass unsubscribes that would follow. Thank you for the buck, dude. Static sent over 2 saying, but what about Groot? I'm going all in for Odin. Wait, what? What about Groot? Thinking about just adding more buffs onto Groot? I mean, I didn't test it. So I can't say for sure, but somehow I'm guessing that Groot is not actually going to be that good, even with the Odin buffs. Zombie Prude sent it over 10. Zombie Prude, thank you, man. Saying super chats till 4K. Oh man, I mean technically this camera, it is a 4K camera, but I mean, have you guys ever watched a video on YouTube in 4K? I've never done it. Never a single time. I'm sure people do it. You know, I know YouTube that goes up to like 8K. But I've never even watched a video in 4K. So, yeah, especially live streams. Oh man, live streams, they cap your your data rate, your upload data rate. Not to mention their download data rates, depending where you are in the world. That's an issue too. 4K, as cool as it sounds, it's just not really practical. Leon Richards sending over a buck saying, IPG, you got both new champs as 5 stars from the deal today. Nice, dude. Ready to use Odin. Awesome, man. Yeah, dude. I really do think we're just scratching the surface with Odin, guys. I'm telling you. There's going to be cool things with Odin for a long time. Just little bits and pieces that will kind of surface that it's like, oh, dang. You could use Odin here for this. He helps out this champion this way, you know. I really do think we're kind of just scratching the surface. So it sucks. It really sucks that Odin himself kind of sucks. He really is like that support style champion, and in some ways breaks the game. So he's kind of like the worst case scenario for a new champion, a champion that no one really wants to play, but everyone wants to put on the team because he's going to break the game in some way, you know? Like, I think they should have designed him differently, and I hope that they, do kind of take a look at his kit and some of the feedback about it and stuff like that. But, I mean, he's still useful. He's still damn useful the way he is. Ronan, 7 over 10. And saying, so this is the new arena. Yeah, dude. Of course. This is how you get all the champions. You just says fail to log in, and every time you click this button, you gain another champion. It's like popping open crystals right there every time you click it. So yeah. Thank you for the 10 though, Ronan. Thank you, dude. Frisky Dart also sending over a buck. Thank you, Frisky Dart. Insane upload a 10-minute video about 3 Abyss bosses taken out by Hela. 3 bosses in 10 mins is insanity. It is, man. It really is. I'm curious to know if there's a team that you could build around. Like, can you still get the rest of the champions that you need to do an actual Abyss run? Or is it all just that crazy damage and you actually still can't use her? I'm really curious. I don't, even though I've done the Abyss, I don't know the Abyss that well. Like, I hardly ever look at the actual Abyss unless I'm about to do a run. I mean, we could do that tonight even. We could take a look at the map and try to figure it out. Maybe if MSD was in here, since he's like the Abyss guru, we'd be able to kind of get to the bottom of it. Like, is Hela actually usable in the Abyss? Or is she just good for some, a bit of fun with that insane damage? I don't know. I legit don't know. But yeah, she's pretty crazy with the synergies for sure. Under Mother sent it over 2 saying Tigra better than Doom. Oh man. I think I remember you saying something like that just yesterday too. She is cool. Tigra is the type of champ. I was talking about it a little bit after that I made that video where 8 players were looking at my account and trying to decide on a rank up. I was talking about it would just be fun to learn a new champion, and Tiger is the type of champion where it's just a totally different play style. Get to do something totally different in the game, but she's actually worth learning. So I don't know if I agree about her being better than Doom, but I would like to learn how to play her one of these days. Black Seraphim sent it over too as well, saying check Twitter. Okay. What do we got here, Black Seraphim? I don't know what I'm looking at here. What is this? Is this just a, hold on. Is this just a kid that's punching a guy in the face? That kid's got a mean look on his face. Holy crap, man. Oh my goodness. Don't mess with that kid, dude. Somebody took his lunch. He's not having it. My goodness. BG, new room. It's actually the same room, but I changed the background, so it looks different. I changed a couple of other things around as well. But no, it's the same room, same apartment that I've always been in. Well, at least for the last 2 years. Hey, BG, can you see me? I can see you. Static sent over another 2 saying Theorycraft and Abyss Path with Odin / Hela. I mean, like I said, we could. It would take some time. Let me pull up a map. Screw it. Let's do it, man. All right, Abyss map, MCOC, images. Here we go. All right, I've got a map pulled up. Let's see. So, right off the bat, here's the biggest problem I see is the collector. You are not going to be able to build up Hela for the collector, right? That kid is actually 20 or something? Oh, really? It's a really small picture on my screen. Oh, man. Whoops. Sorry if that's the case. Did not mean to, whoops. But yeah, right off the bat, the collector seems like, I don't think you'd be able to use Hela for the collector, right? Or am I mistaking something? Technically you could use, like, normally you'd want to use, whoops. Normally you'd want to use a Mystic for Cole, but honestly, Hela's damage so good that you could still use her. I don't remember, what is Invisible Woman? What's her deal? Don't you get stunned if you don't have a debuff or something like that? You could use Resonate, I suppose. I think you would be fine against Aegon. Or wait, doesn't he have some anti-ability accuracy thing? Does that prevent Hela's abilities? This is what I'm saying. Like, I legit don't know. All I know is that I think you would still need a counter to the collector, and that right there is like, okay, if you're gonna bring a counter to the counter to the collector is Aegon. So if you're gonna be bringing Aegon anyway, you have to build him up on previous fights anyway. Would Hela actually still be useful? I think Hela would work against Loki. I don't think he has anything interesting. Hela would work against Cyclops, no problem. The champion? Hela would work for this guy, right? It would just be iffy because of the unstoppable. Hela would not work out for Hyperion. Hela would work for Venom the Duck. I know Venom the Duck gains his buffs like crazy. Would you be able to use Hela for that fight? Legit, don't know. I think I saw Seaton say that Hela was not good for MODOK. Or I said MODOK as if, yeah, it's Mordo. Whoops. I don't know, man. I don't know. You might be able to do it with her. I'm sure someone's going to try, which will be really interesting to see when somebody does try it. But it's too hard for me to kind of theorycraft it. David Villa sending over $1 saying hashtag buff the damn servers. Also, the variants, pain in the ass. Tried all of them in one sitting. Biggest waste of energy. Even hashtag nerf the variants. The variants that you're supposed to be like Cavalier level, like either just hitting Cavalier or at least finished Act 5. I can't remember exactly where you're at in the game, David, but I'm fairly certain based on previous conversations that you're not quite at that stage of the game yet, right? So the variants, a lot of people like the variants, but it's still hard content. You still gotta get to the appropriate levels first. Speed up D. Send over bucks. Love you. Speed up D. Thank you for the buck, dude. Appreciate the love and support as always, man. Ryan, can you explain the synergy for us? Yeah. If you guys didn't see, Seam posted a video. I don't know if other people posted videos, but the synergy. Let's pull up Aunt May real quick. Actually, I should have went to Odin, but we could look at it this way anyway, so it's fine. So there's two synergies here with Hela. One, actually, this is the most important one. While charging your heavy attack, Hela gains twice as many Fury buffs. So you gain the Fury buffs more rapidly. And then this one's also pretty nice for it as well, where each time your team has just won a fight, any fight in that quest, for Hela, it's going to increase the buff duration. So just takes a little bit longer for those Furies to expire, which just allows you to stack them up even higher. You are always able to stack crazy amounts of damage with Hela. It's just that it made it much easier to do so. I still don't know exactly how practical it is, but it's a huge buff to her playstyle. But yeah, that's all it is. To be honest, I don't really see myself playing Hela. I think it's really fun. I think it's really cool, but I just don't really see myself playing Hela. So yeah. Wrong, way wrong. I haven't even done Act 1 yet. What? What do you mean Act 1? you have to have done Act 1. That'd really be something if you didn't do Act 1 and you're in the variants. You only gain experience from the event quest. Bank Robert 2000 sent it over 10. Thank you, dude. Saying, do you know how long the servers are down? People said 3 hours. It's already been about an hour and a half. But sometimes the servers come up faster. They usually try to use like a worst case scenario time when they tell us the time. Occasionally it does exceed that time as well, but yeah, it's supposed to be down for like another hour and a half. We'll see if that actually holds true. BGM Conqueror, oh dude, Bank Robber 2000. By the way, thank you again for the generous 10, dude. BGM Conqueror and 3/4 of the way through Uncollected. I'm wondering who I should use my 5-star Awakening gem on: Void, Human Torch, or Aegon. Those are my best, but I also have Sorcerer, Doc Ock, etc. Okay, I am kind of leaning towards Void out of those options. Here's the thing, Torch doesn't need it. Unawakened, he's totally fine. Aegon, he's a powerhouse champion, and if you were someone who's already on like your second account, I would say give it to Aegon. But most players who are where you're at in the game, holding long combos is not that easy. And with Aegon, you really need to hold long combos in order for him to be any use to you. Not to mention in those quests, you know, in Act 5, some of the quests are longer, but a lot of them, there's not that many fights. And yeah, I would personally recommend giving the Awakening to Void and then Awakening Aegon at a later time. Who's getting buffed next? We actually don't know. Try Realm of Champions. I thought about trying Realm of Champions before, and I probably will at some point, but I wasn't set up to do that today. And yeah, I'm kind of just hoping that the servers come up. Of course, there's other synergies that expand buff duration for Cosmics too. Interesting. They're not just for Cosmics, but also let's see. Can we connect to it here? Gotta be some way to... screw it. You know what? Let's just go back. There's also Mr. Fury. Where is that dude? Here we go. Mr. Fury with his synergy. Is it this one? Here we go. If Nick is alive, all Fury buffs have 20% increased duration, including his own. Unfortunately, Hela is not part of this, but you could even have that, which would make things a little bit easier. Not to mention Fury is just a good champion to bring to a lot of quests anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It's still tough. It's still tough, I think, to really make Hella worth it, in my opinion. Super fun if you guys get the chance. If you have I mean, she doesn't need to be awakened, which is the cool part. So if you guys pull like a 6-star Hela or something like that, dude, you could just try it out for yourself. Decide if you feel like it's something that fits your playstyle, rank her up after that. But the damage is nutty, but it's kind of the way it's always been with Hela. Her damage has always been nutty. I think she always had like the world records for fastest like Star-Lord takedown in Labyrinth, for example. The Agent Carmichael sending over Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey, BG, you got an extra skill 4 to 5 gem. What champ should I use it on other than Aegon and Fury? Already got Falcon rank 5, Mole Man and Stealthy rank 2, 100% variant 2 through 6, Act 1 through 5, Act 7, Initial Clear, variant 1, Act 6, Labyrinth. Okay, well, I'm a big fan of Kingpin. I don't know if you have Kingpin. He technically doesn't need to be awakened, although his awaken ability is kind of nice to have. So he's another option. I've been hearing good things about Massacre, although I didn't really give him much testing time myself. And then I would say there's also Black Widow deodorant that has some good shock damage. Shock damage is not something that we currently have a huge need for, but I could see Kabam adding something to the game that would eventually drive us to needing that shock damage. So maybe I'd put her on the list. Those are coming, some of the standout champions in my opinion. Hitmonkey, I'm kind of on the fence about Hitmonkey. I think he's actually a pretty powerful defender. I've died to him a few times. Other people have died to him a few times. Offensively, the other champions that you have, I think they're probably stronger. Killmonger is always one of those defenders too, and I guess Korg. But yeah, those are some of the standout skills, I would say. Could always sit on it, wait for the next buff too, if you don't have those champs or you don't feel like ranking them up. Because honestly, you're pretty much covered for what you have left in the game with the champs that you already have ranked up. So, Anis Murani, am I saying that right? I hope I didn't mess up your name too badly. Sending over 2 of them Canadian bucks. Thank you very much for the 2 loonies. Excuse me. Quite possibly a toonie. I don't see a message from you, but thank you very much for the 2. Oh, wait, here we go. Hey, buddy, what champs should I focus on for Act 5 and 6 completion? Red Hulk, Apocalypse, Sasquatch, Blade, Emma Frost, Colossus. Well, Blade is insane for Act 5 if you have the Ghost Rider synergy. In Act 6, he drops off a little bit as more bleed immunes kind of hit the Act 6 content. Apocalypse is just insane no matter where you are. Kind of the same thing for Colossus. I'd probably focus on those 2 mutants. Sasquatch is cool, but you don't really need him for anything. It's kind of the same thing for Emma Frost. Emma Frost is one of those cool champs that kind of just gets outclassed by Apocalypse and Colossus. And Red Hulk is another solid champion, but I would say the others I mentioned are stronger. So for Act 5 purposes, Blade is really good with the sustainability and just the sheer number of fights you can get Danger Senses. And then for kind of Act 6 and beyond, I would say Apocalypse and Colossus out of that list. Thank you very much for the 2, dude. TD sending over 2 saying, BG, you thinking Vision Age of Ultron getting a buff? I hope so. It'd be cool if he got a buff. He's always been an interesting champion because he's always had a purpose in this game. I mean, he's got immunities. The 2 most important immunities, at least the 2 previously most important. The game has kind of changed a lot, so bleed and poison, I mean, they're still pretty important. But anyway, he's a robot. He's got the power control, the power steal, really, which is really nice. But the problem is his damage is absolutely abysmal by today's standards. Whereas previously, his damage was never great, but it was like, okay. You know, the Ghost didn't exist. Cosmic Ghost Rider didn't exist. You know, some of the really crazy champions, they just didn't exist. But now when you compare those champions to Vision, he's like unplayable. You know, Warlock just totally outclasses the dude in pretty much every way. So hopefully he gets a buff at some point. In the meantime, I don't think he really has too much use in the game. So any champions that don't really have a use, yeah, I hope they get buffed. I know someone's in the chat's gonna be like, oh, he still has a use, but I don't know. I haven't seen any of my alliance mates use this guy. The other Vision I still see occasional use of, but this guy, I haven't seen it. BG, any thoughts on Scarlet Witch Sigil? Scarlet Witch did the Scarlet Witch that we never got. I don't really have any thoughts other than I'm curious when she's finally going to become playable. She was in the update with Spider-Ham, right? But she was just never made playable. So we'll see what happens. Bought a 5-pack of Odin GMs, pulled 3 3-stars, a 4-star Mangog, and 5-star Sassy. Nice, dude. Feeling pretty good about it. That's awesome. Sasquatch, I mean, I just mentioned him when someone else was asking about Sasquatch. He's a really fun champion. It's just, you know, other champions kind of outshine him a bit, but I do have a good time whenever I play Sasquatch. I do think he's like probably better than people give him credit for too. What's up, Pixie Bell? Saying hi to Hunter with the upside down smiley. BG, who should be my, is that 5th rank 5? Is that what you're saying? Or is that just 5-star rank 5? Cap Infinity, Symbiote Supreme, Corvus Glaive, or Namor. Well, if you run Suicides, Corvus. If you don't run Suicides, maybe still Corvus. Kind of depends on what you're looking for, though. For example, if you're trying to get through the variants, Sim Supreme would be a good answer to Variant 5, but not really a good answer anywhere else. And I don't know if you've already done Variant 5 or what. So, a little bit hard to say without knowing exactly where you're at in the game. If that's your first rank 5, I recommend just taking up whatever champion that you currently use the most at rank 4. But even if you don't run Suicides, the answer might just be Corvus, because it's pretty good. Even without Suicides, it's pretty good. Call me weird, but I just don't see the appeal of Among Us. It's a fun game. I've played it. I don't really... It's not really a type of game that I enjoy playing a lot, which is why I've only played it like twice in my life. But it was fun the 2 times that I did play it. But yeah, if someone was recommending it or something like that, because I'm not sure where that comment came from, I just don't feel like playing it, to be totally honest with you guys. Hellboy sending over 2 saying, hey BG, is Colossus any good unduped? Yeah, dude. Colossus still a powerhouse unawakened. His awaken ability really comes into play in the longer fights. So if you're going to use Colossus for something like Labyrinth of Legends, I would say he's got to be awakened for that. But if you're going through just the standard quest in like Act 6, a 565 unawakened Colossus would still be immensely powerful in content like that. He does not need to be awakened. So yeah, man. If you're thinking about awakening him, well, that's tough because you might be able to justify it. I think that's what MSD is going through right now. He's got a 6-star ranked up that he loves to play unawakened, and he's questioning if he should awaken him or not. It might be worth it. It might not. I don't know. It's tough when all the content's already done in the game. Makes it harder to justify using a valuable resource like a 6-star awakening gem. Ryu sent it over 50, then PHP saying next champion updates are OG Black Panther, Miles, and Venom Pool. Is this info that you have or info that you You are guessing or what? Because they said Miles was much further out. Black Panther, maybe, because they did say that they were also working on Black Panther. And Venompool, I haven't heard anything about Venompool, but I also might have missed if, because Kabam Mike teased the other two. I don't know if Kabam Mike teased Venompool or not. But if you're saying that those are like confirmed for the next update, I would say no. Don't get anyone's hopes up. If it's a guess, well, cool guesses. But yeah. Dr. Roentgen sending over 5. Thank you very much. And just got to the stream. Thoughts on how broken Hela is in Seaton's vid from earlier today. We talked about it a bunch, so I don't want to talk about it for too long. She's really fun to play with that synergy. I don't know how practical it is. Hela, she's always been busted in terms of damage, but her problem has always come from a place of just it not being very practical to really use that damage. This certainly helps. This synergy, it makes it a lot easier to build up her Furies. But at the same time, she doesn't bring a lot else to the table aside from that damage. And having raw damage is great, but compared to some of the other champions that have very high raw damage as well as other forms of utility, I don't know. I don't see myself playing Hela in any serious way. But she is really fun, and I highly recommend if you guys get the chance, if you guys have like a 6-star Hela or something like that, try her out for yourself. You guys might have different opinions than me. That could certainly be the case. But yeah. I don't know. We were kind of looking at an Abyss map earlier, trying to figure out if it would be worth it to bring in Hela over someone like Aegon. And I honestly don't know. I still kind of lean towards I kind of lean towards Aegon just because of the what's it called fight? The Collector fight. But for all we know, Hela could be good against the Collector too. And maybe I'm just not seeing it. And in that case, it's possible that Hela could be better even. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Expedition BBQ sent it over to saying, hey, you cut some hairs. What are you talking about, dude? This is just a freshly applied bald cap, that's all. That's what I'm doing right now. Haircut and hot shave. All right, man. Sounds good, dude. Keeping that COVID hair under wraps. I like it. Thank you very much for the tea, dude. Game is still down, unfortunately, guys. I need units and I'm stuck in a quest and smaller roster and gotten arena units. Well, Moonfake, here's my advice to you. Try to finish up that quest if you can, but do not enter the next quest. If you're going through quests at a point where you're struggling to get through, you're burning through all your units to make it through that quest, then it's not worth it to do that quest. If you can, go back and 100% previous quests that are a little bit, more in line with the difficulty that you're able to handle at the moment. Or just straight up just stay out of the quest for any other reason. Like, you don't want to blow too many units going through these quests. What happens is if you blow a bunch of units to go through a quest, you're just going to get stuck in the next quest, and you're going to have an even worse time there. Of course, it's a little bit different if it's like one of those, like let's say you're up against the Collector in 5.2.6. You're right about to become uncollected. Yeah, you might get stuck there because that guy is a real a-hole, And there's a huge milestone that you achieve after beating the Collector. So yeah, I mean, people get stuck there. But if you're just in like some random quest in, early Act 5 or something like that, you shouldn't be there. I hate to say it, man, but that's just the truth of it. You got to do something else in the meantime while you allow yourself to get stronger. You shouldn't just be burning through, tons and tons of resources to get through each quest. A few resources is fine, but that should be it. How many more hours minutes until maintenance is over? About an hour and 10 at most. Kind of hoping that the game goes up earlier than that. But yeah, we'll see. Does Sorcerer Supreme does that need to be awakened? She doesn't need to be awakened, no. But it's a nice benefit to have her awakened. Any idea when Hood rebuff is going to drop and think it's going to be worth? We have no idea if it, like, exactly what the changes are coming to Hood or if it'll be worth it, so I can't answer that. As far as when Hood is going to make it back into the game, though, the new version, I don't know. I'd say sometime in the next 3 months, but who knows? It's all dependent on like how backed up Kabam is on the other reworks that they're also doing. Caught Contempt and an over 5s and Blazers win. Go Blazers! Congrats, dude. Congrats to Blazers fans. Nice, man. Do you think Mole Man is good against Korg? I don't know. Is he good against Korg? I legit don't know. Have you considered using lard on your forehead? It might give it a special shine. What do you think I use? No, actually right now I'm using a turtle wax, scented, of course. I've got the lavender scent on right now because, I mean, the ladies love it, so, you know. PG, how would you order the Abyss paths from easiest to hardest? Well, path 1's definitely the easiest. Path, was it 3? I think was the second easiest. I think it's, yeah, that was the second to last one I did, right? So I think path 3 is the second easiest. I don't know. Then probably path 2. Then 4 and 5 probably tied. I don't know. But yeah, path 1 and then path 3. Like those are definitely the easiest. The rest, I don't know off the top of my head. Storm X is the best chord counter, hands down. I don't know if I agree with that. There's a lot of good chord counters. I don't know if Storm X is really better than some of the other ones out there. I don't see my alliance mates turn into Storm X in a war to take on the toughest Korgs. Anything bleed immune is bad for Mole Man. Okay. Fair enough. Seems I have quite the collection of XL champs now. 6-star Thing, 5-star Venom the Duck, Rolk, and Sassy. Now I need Sentinel, and I'm variance bound. Yeah, dude. Those XL champs, I mean, they could take you through variant too. Got Thronebreaker as a free-to-play at 600,000 rating. Nice, dude. Congrats on hitting Thronebreaker. Should I rank 5 my 4-star Falcon or Stealth Spidey? I would go with Falcon, for sure. I'm also pretty biased against Stealth Spidey. I really find his animations to be annoying. So it makes it really difficult for me to even play the champion. But also, I just see way more people using Falcon. So taking away the bias, Falcon is probably just the better of the two champions overall. That said, it always depends on exactly what you're looking for. For example, Stealth Spidey can be used in variant 5, but Falcon can't. Expedition BBQ sending over a bug. Saying, is Korg a good Korg counter? Rock on rock? That just ends in a draw. Somebody's got to use paper, dude. So no, man. There's got to be paper or scissors in there. I'd say Korg is not a good Korg counter. Hellboy sent over to saying Omega Red, best counter for Korg. That is who I see my alliance mates use the most, is Omega Red. That said, they might also just be using Omega Red because, well, Omega Red's a beast for plenty of other fights. Which that could be the reason. But yeah, Omega Red really is a beast against Korg. Honestly, agreed on Stealthy, can't stand him. Tips, really? Dude, I just realized I should, so that people know that you're legit and I don't actually, accidentally ban you some other time. Make your name blue. But, yeah, man, I really can't stand Stealth Spidey. The 7-hit combos for most champions I can't really stand. I would say Black Widow Deodorant is the one champion that I feel like has smooth enough animations that even with the 7 hits, well, I mean, I guess I gotta play Tiger again too. Tiger didn't really bother me either. I always forget about Tiger for some reason when thinking about like the double hit mediums. So maybe the two of them. But yeah, there's just something about Stealthy, dude. Oh, makes me nauseous to play him. Can you make a list of the best champions based on your thoughts? I don't really like making tier lists. There's a lot of tier lists out there. If you're looking for opinions, you can find any of the dozens of tier lists that exist on Reddit and different YouTube channels and stuff like that. But the way I like to approach the game is I like to think of each champion as just a tool. You know, for me, there's no sense in making a tier list for like hammers and wrenches. I just want to use a hammer when I need to use a hammer and a wrench when I need to use a wrench. So no, man, I don't really have any intentions of making a tier list. I'll probably at some point make a list of just like my most fun champions to play. But they're not going to be based on like how good the champion is. Because Man-Thing's my number one most, fun champ to play when you're running 5/5 MD. I just love his playstyle, but he's certainly not the strongest. Under Mother, saying an over 5, saying love for Tigra, yeah. Oh man. First, I could see under Mother. I could see you getting like a Tigra tattoo, with the way that you champion Tigra, which would be cool, by the way. But, dude, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it, man. Magoo is fancy pantsy excelente. I don't know what that means, Hunter, but I like the sound of it, dude. I like it a lot. What is the update gonna be? There's no update. Like after maintenance, maintenance isn't to update the game. I actually don't know exactly what goes on during game maintenances. I've kind of always wanted to know, but never been curious enough to ask anyone. One of these days, I'm gonna go watch a YouTube video on it or something like that. Like, why do games have maintenances? And it's not just games. It's everything. Like even, well, I guess I don't remember the last time Google went down for maintenance, but like different websites go down for maintenance and all that. Anyway. Bro, I grinded hardcore 1.9 million points for the 4-star White Magneto for 20 hours. Ended up getting a 4-star Guillotine 2099 from a premium crystal. LOL, what? What? Those two things are very different from one another. But congrats, man. Yeah, you should have gotten White Mags with that score, right? But yeah, congrats on getting Guillotine too. Guillotine, great champion. Kabam has a giant dance party during maintenance. I could see that. There was the time that I played, well, I don't know if I should really say I played. More like I watched one of the Kabam devs pretty masterfully play DDR at Dave & Buster's during New York City Comic-Con. Or New York Comic-Con, not New York City, whatever it is. But yeah, so maybe, who knows? Can you make a Red Goblin video with Heimdall and Odin? I think all the extra buffs he'd have would be nuts. Maybe. I might do that. MSD was talking about that the other day. I kind of add it to my list. I don't actually have a Red Goblin. So that might be an issue. The beta servers, we don't have every single champion. We just have all the champions on our account and then the new champions that get released. So we'll see. BG, do you think that Hela Odin synergy is going to get nerfed? I'm not sure. There's been a lot of talk about that tonight. I don't really see myself playing Hela. To be honest, I don't want to go through it again, the reasons why. But, yeah. for certain content, I don't think the play style is all that practical. Or even if you could use her, like other champs would potentially still be better, you know. BG, have you used bald caps since you was a youngin? Contemplating when to begin my journey to manhood. No, you know, I wasn't sophisticated enough as a wee little laddie. I didn't start wearing a bald cap until I was like early 20s, like 21, 22, something like that. And then, of course, it took a few years to develop the masterpiece that you see before you today, which you could also get yourself. You know, don't buy any of those crap bald caps on the market. Make sure to follow the link in the description. Offer code BANANA15 to save yourself 15% today. Use Cosmic Ghost Rider, please, please, please. I mean, I can't use any champion right now, dude. The game is down. Also, please don't spam, dude. Putting that comment in way too frequently. BG, what's better, maxing out a 5-star or 6-star? That's not an easy question to answer. I think you're better off just going with the better overall champ, whether it's a 5 or 6-star, just the champion that you need. Because obviously a 6-star version of a champion is going to be stronger than a 5-star, but they're also more expensive to rank up. It's much more difficult to get 6-star sig stones compared to 5 stars. So for champions that are sig dependent, the 5-star could be stronger than the 6-star. And we don't, you know, it's easier to pop open lots more 5-star crystals compared to 6-stars. So if you have like a 6-star, let's see, who's like a decently strong 6-star, but not super strong. Let's say you have a, just looking at my list here. Let's say you've got, okay, 6-star Mysterio. You pull 6-star Mysterio and you're pumped because, you know, you've heard that Mysterio is pretty cool. Not that many people play him, but you hear he's pretty cool. He's got a sweet looking cape. Man, his cape really does look sweet. He even got the graphics on the inside. That's how you know it's classy. But should you rank up that 6-star Mysterio? Probably not. You probably have stronger 5-star champions to rank up, where even if you took that Mysterio to rank 3, you'd probably use in like a 565 champion instead of him. So do not rank up just based on star level. Don't rank up based on level. You got to rank up the champions that you actually need. Champions that are actually going to benefit you. Wait, are those comments on screen? The comments on YouTube? Yes. Yes, they are. Zoltan88 saying over 5. Thank you very much, Zoltan, saying, do you think Odin is going to be the biggest bust of 21? Or is it just because CGR set the bar pretty high for Cosmics? Oh, Odin, even compared to other champions besides Cosmic Ghost Rider, is not that good. So that's not it. I don't know. I think Odin is one of the biggest letdowns just because he's such a big name and a lot of people have been asking for Odin for the longest. And when people wanted to see Odin added to the game, they didn't want to just see a support character in Odin. As a support character, Odin is incredibly powerful, super useful. I still want this guy as a 6-star. Even if Kabam decides to nerf the multiple stackings, of the Odin buffs, even just a single set of his buffs is incredibly strong. So he's going to have use. If they don't change the way he works, he's going to sell a bazillion crystals. I really hope they do change the way he works, though, or something about him. I don't know, man, because it kind of sucks. It's going to get to a point where, like, he's going to become the default fill-in champion for a lot of ways, which, is fine if you can only use one. But when you're filling in like 2 or 3 different slots, or an alliance war where potentially there's even more slots between all 30 members, or in the incursions, when players are literally going to start out the first 4 rooms just stacking buffs, bringing in 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star Odin, and buffing up one champion or 2 champions or something like that. then I don't think that's very fun gameplay. So I don't know what Kabam is going to do, if that was a bug or intended or what. But I hope they figure something out. So I wouldn't really call him. I mean, yeah, like I guess bust is the right word though, just because it's not what people were expecting. Let me look at the 2021 champs though in total. I would still say this guy is probably the biggest bust. Super Scroll, because I just don't see any place to use this guy, to be totally honest. And I hated his playstyle. Some people like his playstyle and just want a numbers tuning with him. But for me, you have to like totally just stop what you're doing mid-fight. Like, I don't know. You have to interrupt your flow of the fight, I guess. And I find that really annoying about Super Scroll. So even if his numbers were higher, oh, God, I can't stand this guy. I legit wanted to just turn the game off when I started testing him. So for me, he's the biggest bust. But certainly Odin, I don't know if people are happy about it. Well, I know people are not happy about Odin. But I do think he brings interesting elements to the game. So I don't want to say he's like a total bust. It's just... I wish he was just a little bit different. Zombie Prudes, and over 5. Thank you, dude, saying how late you streaming tonight. I don't know. I mean, I normally stream for 2 hours, so about another hour from now. But the game's still down for maintenance. I was kind of hoping that it would come up soon. If it doesn't come up in like the next 20 or 30 minutes, I might just call it a night. We'll see. BG Odin is going to be the ultimate support champ. I mean, thinking about it, that's kind of good, you know, because he gives his blessings. They weren't going to be able to make him super buff and also give his blessings. I agree with that. I mean, they did it with Apocalypse, but I like balance in the game. But I think I would have preferred to see his buffs toned down in some way and him as a champion boosted up instead, rather than what he is. Honestly, for me, it doesn't matter that much, because I don't really have any attachment to these Marvel characters anyway. So for me, like, I just see it as like, okay, I could use this guy's pre-fights, and that's better than most champions, better than what I can do with most champions in the game. But for a lot of people, like Odin, dude, this guy was one of the most requested champs. So for them to see Odin in action and be like, this wasn't really what I wanted, I totally get it, man. It's from that perspective, it's pretty bad. But like dude, I still want this guy as a 6-star, probably more than any champion that's come out in, like, let's see here. I'm gonna order it by release. I wanted I-Bomb. Well, no, actually I still want Odin more than I-Bomb, but I-Bomb, of course, super high on my list. Cosmic Ghost Rider, really high on my list. Apocalypse, really high on my list. I probably want Odin more than I want any of the champions on this screen. Which I think says something, but and I'm sure not everyone agrees with that, but just because here's like, I like to do Legends runs, right? So having Odin is really important for that. Just all the strategy that you can kind of change around your roster, just having Odin on the team. I really enjoy running the incursions, even though the incursions are not the most rewarding piece of content. So it's not that high priority for a lot of people, myself included, but for the fun factor, I have a lot of fun in there. So Odin is going to be an absolute monster in the incursions. I really like, I was about to say Hella, Angela. I recorded and I finished editing. I'm going to upload it in the morning, just because uploading a video in the middle of the night is generally not a good idea. So in the morning, I'm going to upload a video with Odin and Angela together on a team going through a ton of fights. And that is a really powerful combination of champions. Just having Odin able to take on, you know, buffed up nodes and nodes where you need shock resistance and all that stuff. As a support champion, I find him just really interesting, but he's not really what the players wanted, I would say. Zombie Prudes in over 5 saying new champs shouldn't turn 300k health pools into an abyss-like fight. That's fair, yeah. I would say that's pretty fair. Zombie Prude, yeah. There's a lot of champs that unfortunately kind of suffer that. I think, I mean, this is part of the issue, I would say, with champions that just deal insane amounts of damage just kind of right out of the gates, like Ghost, like Cosmic Ghost Rider, is the content kind of has to be built around those champions in a way, right? Otherwise, I mean, a Ghost can already basically just cycle her special 2 like twice and get through Act 7 fights. Imagine if she didn't even need to do that. But like they had to stack the health pools at least that much because of champions like that, right? And then of course they had to stack the health pools in Abyss because you know, champions like Aegon can ramp up and deal tons of damage, stuff like that. So then you get a champion that doesn't hit very hard, like Odin, and you stick him in this content that has been balanced around some of these real heavy hitting champions, and it just looks terrible and it feels terrible. So yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know the best way to handle something like that. But you're absolutely right. New champs shouldn't turn 300k health pools into an abyss-like fight. That's just not good for anybody, really, for any situation. So, Jack Smith ended over 5. Thank you, dude. Saying, why doesn't the Avengers franchise use the Hulk for their advertising? He's essentially a giant banner. Oh, jeez. We went an hour tonight without getting any jokes. It's the best hour of my entire life. Boo, man. Boo, dude. Oh, boo. Terrible. Take a lap with your giant banner. Does Odin give Odin the extra buffs? I don't think he can. I didn't test it, but I think someone else tested it and said that it was not possible. I believe. I don't know if it says it in his description. Let's see. Odin can play his crossfight abilities on the next fight from the pre-fight screen. The next teammate, excluding Odin, that enters the fight. There it is. Something that you can do, by the way, is give the Odin buffs to a champion and also make them a horseman. And I'm also working on a video for that. It's not quite as impressive as it might sound, because the buffs that Odin can give to another champion, I think they were very careful in designing them so that they didn't just totally spiral the mutant class out of control. But there's a few kind of fun combinations to play around with. Maybe not necessarily game changers, but just kind of interesting. There's one combination in particular that I don't want to mention just yet, but I had some fun with it. BG, I didn't get Odin from the deal, but did get a 6-star Mango. Nice, dude. Do you know if he has any worth? Need the dupe and so on. I never actually spent much time with Mango. So Clords, I don't really have an answer for you. I have heard his damage is pretty underwhelming unless you're running the Suicide Masteries. And even then, he's not, like, super strong. But he is meant to be played with Suicides, I think. So. BG, can we hear your Seaton impression? Yeah. Okay. See an impression. Let me see. Odin. I can't do an impression, man. Oh man, I really can't. I was just gonna say a couple of very Seton phrases, but I can't do like an English accent or something like that. I was gonna say like you kabam, you taking the piss, mate, or whatever he says. Um, but then he would say like, oh, but the hell is synergy. I'm proper chuffed or something like that. Oh man, I can't do it. Oh yeah, the ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could do accents, man. I really do. But I can't. Oh man. Game is back. Hope you're not trolling. Are we actually back? It's still down for me. You're having a laugh, mate. Yeah, there you go. BG, I really hope they add. Oh man, how do you pronounce that again? Okoye, Quicksilver, and Shuri into this game at one point or the other, and also Thor Infinity War. I'm sure they will add at least most of those characters, if not all of them. It's just a matter of time. You know, this game's gonna be running for a long time to come, dude. So think about it. We're only I say only. We're only like 6 years in or however long. Um, but yeah, this game's gonna be running for a while. And with 2 champions coming out every single month, think about it for like the next, you know, like 24 champions a year. They're gonna find time to add pretty much everyone. They're gonna add a new Thor for Thor Love and Thunder. When does that actually come out? GG to get more 5 stars? Question mark. The like 5 star just champions in general. They come from all over the place. Shards for crystals. They come from all over. You just have to build up your roster enough to get to a point where you can take on a higher difficulty. And the same place that you're getting premium hero crystals, 3 stars, 4 stars. If you just take on a higher difficulty, you'll get the 5-star shards as well. That goes for the incursions, alliance wars, story quest, event quest, arenas. The only place that isn't that good for getting, you know, crystal shards is alliance quest. Alliance quest is mostly for rank up resources. Will we see a Black Panther Civil War buff when they redo OG Black Panther? Don't know. No idea. Here's what I hope doesn't happen. I hope they don't synergize together. Because like if you're using one on the team, you probably don't want to be using both, right? You kind of want to use like one or the other. And my fear is that they're gonna like lock them together somehow. Is that they're only the strongest when like both exist. Have they done that with other champions though? Maybe they're already aware of that, and maybe that fear is coming from a place that is just in my mind. I think honestly, I think it actually wouldn't be too bad if they did that with the spider characters though. All the spider dudes. Since let me see, let's reset this real quick. The spider dudes, like they have different class types and everything, right? I guess there's no easy way for me to look at it on Aunt May. But oh Jesus. Well, actually, this is an easy way to look at it. This was an accidental click, but hold on. Where is the Spider-Verse? Here we go. There we go. I wouldn't really want like the science ones to synergize together, but especially with Miles Morales. I mean, they had like all the spiders, spider dudes come together, right? So if they gave him the kind of Spider-Verse synergy, like that'd be pretty sweet. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But for pretty much anything else, wouldn't really want to see like the double ups together. As long as they had different utility, then it's fine. Yeah, definitely. What's your thoughts on using Guillotine 2099 with Odin's buff? Can you try that out? She's already insane, but oh my goodness, that damage output. Holy crap, man. It's got to be insane. I don't think she gains any damage from Odin's buffs. She doesn't have a Fury buff, right? She doesn't gain damage based on buffs. I don't think she has a precision buff. She would benefit nicely from the safeguard, but she already has a safeguard kind of built into her own kit. And the shock resistance, she doesn't have that, right? So defensively, Guillotine 2099 could benefit from Odin's buffs. Most champions in this game can benefit from the defensive side of Odin. There's fewer that can benefit from the offensive side, but still definitely a good number that can. I think they really tried to limit that to the cosmic champions, and maybe someone like Ghost was an oversight. I don't know. I can't see how it wasn't an oversight, to be honest. Or maybe they were just like, Ghost is so busted already. Who cares? By the way, the Ghost video that I uploaded today, some people were like, this is not even anything. Ghost was already really powerful. I heard that from a few different people. That was me being rusty as hell with an unboosted 5-star Ghost, whereas some alliance mates who got lucky pulling Odin from the crystals today tested it out with their 6-star rank 3 Ghosts, and it was like a 250,000 damage special 2 or something like that, or a 300k special 2. So yeah, no, that combo is pretty legit. Doug, 7/5 saying, BG, if imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, what the heck was that? No wonder the BG/Seton beef lives on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess that wasn't too flattering since I didn't really, since that was a terrible imitation, huh? Oh man. Doug, thank you for the 5, dude. Statics and over 2 saying, have you tried Black Bolts? No, I have not. He does. Hold on, let's look this up on AMA real quick here too. Hold on. Accidentally closed the site up before. Black Bolt. Here we go. He has. So he already gains a whole bunch of attack. These are decent sized Fury buffs, especially when they stack up. You need what? The Hit Monkey synergy? Oh no, that's just for critical rating increase. Okay. Is it the Royal Family one then? Okay, yeah. So permanent buff. So you need the Royal Family. So that's 3 spots. Then you need Hit Monkey. And then Odin. That would be pretty good. Honestly. No, yeah. That would be the team. I have not tried it. I could try it because I do have a 6-star Black Bolt. I'll write that down and see if I have time to make a video with Black Bolt. That could be fun. I might do that. I don't know if I have a Hit Monkey. Does Hit Monkey have this synergy at every star level? I should have a 4-star. He does. This is the way to check, by the way. Like if we change this to like a 2-star, you see how it's all grayed out now? So a 2-star only has like this synergy right here, and then this one down here. And then as you change this to 3-star, see now only 2 of them are grayed out, but I'm pretty sure I have the 4-star. So I should be able to test that. Okay. But I haven't tested it yet. That could be fun though. That could definitely be fun. It would, yeah, just increasing. That would basically increase his overall damage output by a probably like for a 6-star Odin, probably like a good 13, 14%, something like that. It wouldn't quite be 15%, but it'd be close. Or something, I don't know. Scene said you smell like beans. Thanks, Scene. It's true. Oh man. Refresh your game. I mean it's still down for me. It might be down for some people, but it's still down for me. Bo sent it over bucks, and I think Kabam is busy fixing what is broken. Odin, no. They didn't. This is a scheduled maintenance before anything about Odin came out. No, they didn't just do a scheduled maintenance to change Odin. Do you plan to grind for the 5-star BG? I do. Yep, I will be going for the 5-star. I imagine his cutoff's gonna be pretty high, which is gonna kind of suck. But I really want the champion. I want him. I really want him as a 6-star. So that's like, I couldn't mention anything specific to Odin in the video where I was talking about going for Odin in the Cavs. So that was like an additional reason outside of that video that I wanted more than one copy of Odin. The fact that you can, like stack their buffs. But I wasn't sure if that was intended anyway. But for every reason that I mentioned in the Cav video, I still want a 6-star version of Odin. And I think he'll be much more valuable than the 5-star counterpart. As good as Odin is, you cannot always fit another champion on your team, We already see that with like, specific synergies that we just can't bring sometimes. Let alone these like team-wide support style synergies. But the stronger the actual synergy, the stronger the actual pre-fight is, the stronger support they bring, the easier it is to justify finding that spot in your team. And it would just be a lot easier if I had the 6-star compared to the 5-star. So I will grind for the 5-star. I don't know how much I'll use them. I'm sure I'll use them some. But I'd still love a way to get a 6-star. PG, will ever get compensation at all anytime soon? For what specifically? If you're talking about for the scheduled maintenance, no. This is scheduled. They let you know ahead of time. The game's going to be down from X time to X time. If you're talking about for like game crashes and stuff like that, potentially. We've gotten compensation in the past, but I mean, I don't really have any answer. When you putting something up on those shelves, or is there already something there just phasing? So the shelves, wrong way. There we go. So the shelves behind me here, it's just like storage. It's never really meant to be like part of the stream. So yeah, I'm gonna put stuff on the shelves, but it's just gonna be like like my laptop that I pretty much only use when traveling, so I can keep streaming and making videos while traveling. I have like a bag with some other stuff. Like, it's not gonna be cool things, It's not really meant to be part of the stream. It's not gonna be like Marvel figures or anything like that. I literally just need it for storage. So yeah, it just happens to be in the shot because it has to be. It's a ladder to his Peter Pan room. Yeah, that's what I meant. Actually, so this ladder, it's not a shelf. This ladder right here, this was taken from the set of Legends of the Hidden Temple, where I had to fight some of the temple guardians just to take that thing out of there. The ladder actually goes up to the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, or as the giant Olmec head would say, the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Anyone remember that show in here? I'm sure some of you do. Anyone under the age of like 30 probably doesn't remember it. But anyone over 30 might. There we go. Blue Barracudas all day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Some people know. Eli, 705. Eli, thank you, dude. Saying long time no chat there, BG. Well, I pulled a couple 6 stars, Black Widow deodorant, Infinity Man, and pulled a 5-star Apocalypse. Nice, dude. How have you been, brother man? I've been good, dude. I've been good. Just working on trying to up the quality here a little bit of the channel. But dude, great pulls. Congrats. Especially I would say that Apocalypse, honestly. The 6-star Black Widow deodorant's pretty cool too, but just having Apocalypse is a game changer. Have videos of that show on my laptop? Deej, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Eli, thank you once again for the 5. Definitely appreciate it. What's in the posters in the background? Let me get out of the shot here so that the camera can focus on them. Here, let me hide the chat for a second too. These are just some of the games from my my childhood, pretty much. Some of the games that had a big influence on me. There we go. So we've got Street Fighter right here. This is Zangief, of course, in his what's it called, robe? His Hugh Hefner robe, basically, with his pipe by the fireplace, just chilling. You know? Then we've got, oh god, it's so, there we go, Bowser. It's so weird, like trying to point the right way when looking at like the reverse image. Anyway, we got Bowser up here, of course, in basically Godzilla mode. Maybe I shouldn't point, it takes the focus away. Mega Man, of course, in the top middle. Some of these games, they just influence me like musically, I would say. Mega Man is definitely one of those games where like it totally got me into metal music. I didn't even realize it until I was older, but I was like, dude, you know what? I totally love metal music because it's basically just Mega Man. But also I really liked how difficult Mega Man was. I could never really like beat the games as a kid, but I always loved the challenge of it. And then Final Fantasy VII, there's another one where the music from that game is just stellar, so good. And just, yeah, fun story-wise and all that too. We've got at the top right corner, that is, of course, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, where he's, you know, collected all 3 pendants and then getting the Master Sword before heading on into the Dark World. And then, I don't know, how do I point to it? The ghosts right down here. I don't know. I just thought it was appropriate because I boo so many people. I feel like I could use some backup booing people. So yeah. There's a bazillion games that I could have gotten posters for. That represented my childhood and all that as well. But I just went with these for now, at least. Because I thought they looked sweet. Bean Thing poster when? Oh man. Ah, god, the game is still down, huh? I'm gonna try to just fully close out my game. I don't think this is gonna help, but your videos are awesome and super. Which is your favorite hero? My favorite hero is Man Thing. Just because he's cool, not because he's the actual strongest. No, we're still down. Busts out the DS. I had a DS, but I never played DS all that much. I only had a couple games for it. That was one of the last consoles that I ever got, if you want to consider a handheld game or a handheld console, which I do. Have you used Hela? I have used Hela, yes. We talked about her a bunch. She's super strong, but I also question the practicality of the champ. I don't really intend on using her too much going forward. I suspect some people will, though. BG, when will you make another new account? Whenever there's a good side quest for it. I would love to do another new side account challenge, dude. Those are that's some of the most fun that I've ever had in this game. It's just creating a new account, doing a new account challenge. Like especially the first few days of it. You know, it starts to get like pretty freaking tough when really pushing the limits of that account, going for like Cavalier or something. But I enjoy that part of it too. But especially the first few days when you have like that fastest progression. Oh man, it's so much fun. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get Cav without any with just being totally free to play on the new account. But I need to wait for the right side quest to come along. Otherwise, I can't actually rank up my champions. So, like even the little thing, like we need another Mole Man expeditions essentially, so that I can get like tier 1, tier 2 catalysts because even those are really hard to get. Zombie Prude sent it over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying, do you enjoy anime? And if so, which ones do you like? Not really. Nothing against anime. It's just I don't watch a whole lot of TV to begin with. I kind of consider like gaming and like TV just it's all under entertainment, right? And when anything is competing against gaming for my entertainment time, it's gonna lose. Because I just play way more video games than I do watch TV. So I've never really watched anime except for Dragon Ball Z, which I watched on like Cartoon Network back in the day, after school or something like that. And I oh god, just thinking about that show pisses me off sometimes because I loved it. But what happens is on Cartoon Network, what they would do is they would play like, I don't know, 60 episodes like in a row, like every day is a new episode, right? And then just randomly, out of the blue, one day they would go back to that first episode. And then this next time through, they'd play like 70 episodes and then back to the first. And then 80 episodes. So like by the time I went through like the whole series a few times, I'm like, I can't do this again. I can't do it. You know? So I never even got to see like the conclusions to the stories or whatever. I mean, I know they're still making it's like Dragon Ball Super or something, right? But like I never got to see the end of different sagas in Dragon Ball Z. But that's pretty much my only experience with anime. Warpath, seeing it over a buck. Warpath, I don't see a message from you. Thank you very much for the buck, dude. Definitely appreciate it. Reese, I am gonna remove your message. I appreciate you understanding that probably don't want messages like that in here. Any kind of you're totally welcome to have your own opinion about any content creator, myself included, or anyone else. But it'd be better to not really trash talk anyone. You know, if you don't like their content or whatever, you just don't watch it. That's it. That's all. No worries, mate. Apologies on that one. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Just for the future. That's all. What's up, MSD? By the way, I'm gonna read your message in just a sec. But EZ also sent it over $1.50 with the salt shaker, saying, "Brian, I pulled the 5-star Nexus from the early access bundles today. Choices were Awakened Symbiote Spidey, Sig Up Sassy Man, or New Champ Hella. I'm kind of with you though. Hella more trouble than she's worth. I would have still picked Hella in that situation. I don't know if you did or not. New champion is new champion, dude. That's arena fodder. That's, hey, you're gonna have fun with that champion at some point, even if you don't use her in serious ways. So I'd still totally take her out of the list. I don't know if you did or not, but yeah, that's kind of a meh. You did still pick her? Okay, good. That is oh wait, did maintenance get extended? I'm seeing someone say. All right, I'll check the forum in just a sec. Appreciate the call out. Give me 1 sec on that. Hector Falcon sending over a buck. Saying love the show. Thanks, man. The maintenance show right here. Appreciate the support though. Thank you very much. All right, MSD, where was your... Here we go. Brian, I finally did an impossible jump in Mario Odyssey. It took me almost 2 hours, but holy God, does it feel good. Now to earn my reward. Absolutely nothing but pride. MSD, that's the best reward that there is. So, nice, dude. I've still never played that game, which is crazy because I've heard such good things about it. But, it's just not enough time in the day. Eventually, I'll play it, though. All right, let me see what the forums are actually saying here. Let's check it out. Summoners, tonight's scheduled maintenance is taking longer than expected. Oh, you hate to hear it. We hope to have the game up and running as quickly as we can and aim to have it back up by midnight. Ouch. So that's another hour and 20 minutes or so. Bummer, guys. Major bummer. All right. Well, I think I think that's gonna kind of put the nail in the coffin on this stream right here. I was really just hoping that the game would pop up sooner and that you know, I may have to get some other games lined up for maintenance streams. There is M-Rock. There are other Marvel games. There are other games just outside of the Marvel space entirely. There are definitely other games that I've wanted to play. It's just I always kind of wanted to play those games off stream, whereas I like talking to you guys on stream, you know, and I can't really do that while playing other games. That's why I haven't played other games on stream, really. So I don't know. I'll have to think about that, but whoa, buddy, take it easy with the compensation. All right, man. We don't no need for spamming that stuff. I can't give you compensation. There's no reason to just clutter the chat with that. Memorial Place 69 sent it over 3. Thank you, dude. Saying best champ to beat 6.3.1, please. For the boss, are you saying, or just the quest in general? Because I used Symbiote Supreme for the boss, the Medusa boss. And I think that's the best answer. I used the 565 and one-shot it most of the times, I believe. As for like the regular quest itself, I used a variety of champions depending on the path I was doing. I used Omega Red for some of it. I think Thing I used for a path, if that's the quest I'm thinking of. But yeah, for the boss, I'd say Symbiote Supreme. You like the maintenance chats? They're kind of fun. I'm not going to say I had a bad time tonight. It just feels weird, I guess. I mean, on Twitch, they have a section for just chatting, and that's pretty much what this is. So, I don't know. Maybe holy crap, there are a lot of people in here. So, I don't know. But to me, it does feel weird. A little bit, at least, because like I just want to play a game and chat with you guys at the same time. So I don't know. Really, ideally, what I'm gonna try to do is pay attention more closely to the maintenances and just stream before the maintenance happens on those nights. So that's probably what I'll just do going forward. But anyway, I've got a video tomorrow that's already uploaded with Odin and Angela, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll probably mess around with some other Odin interactions. And I think I am going to call it a night, though, since I don't even know why I'm clicking refresh on this game. It ain't happening. It ain't coming up. So, yeah, it has been fun, though, guys. And I definitely appreciate you all joining me. Whoa, 2 quick super chats before I go here. Jared sent it over $1 saying, does this mean we get a day stream tomorrow because of maintenance? Whoa, 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 whoa. Now you are actually trying to get me to do some compensation here. Blame Kabam. Don't blame me. No, but there will be plenty of day streams when I'm grinding for Odin. That'll probably be the next big day streams coming up. I actually really, you know what? I'm also in an incursions tournament, where I'm going to be playing solo. It's a, on a team, but the actual match itself is going to be sabotage style, where I'm like versus someone else. And I don't know when my first match is. So day stream whenever that happens, probably. So maybe day stream coming up soon. I don't know. But definitely for the Odin grinds. Easy sending over Buck as well, saying, Brain, next maintenance, you should stream Minecraft. I mean, I've never played it. I wouldn't be opposed to trying it, but I don't know. I'd also have to get it set up, and yeah, we'll see. It's I'd give it a low chance of that actually happening, but I'm not going to outrule it entirely. Memorial Place 69 sent it over 3 as well, saying I have Nick 565 Sig 100s. Can't beat her. Oh, Fury. For that Medusa boss we're talking, right? Archangel was another champion that people used for that fight. I don't know if you have an Archangel, but you can try that as well. I don't know who else people used. We've talked about that fight a few times in the past. If other people want to put the champions they used to beat Medusa in 6.3.1, feel free to pop that in the chat. But yeah, Symbiote Supreme and Archangel, I think those were the two most common ones. But yeah. Hopefully that helps a bit, man. Good luck to you. Eli also sending over $1.50 saying, or we can all stare at the new bald cap in chat. That's true too. That is true too. The power of the cap. Eli, thank you, man. All right, with that said, I'm gonna head out for the night though, guys. Hope you all have a good one. Shout out to Zombie Prude for being tonight's biggest D. And MSD used Killmonger. I was gonna mention Killmonger, but I wasn't sure. We're getting raided. The last second Beard Gang raid. Oh, Cap, thanks for the raid, but I'm ending the stream. And yeah, just thank you to everyone else as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.